Hi everybody, Natalie again, and
Hello, I'm Dylan again.
and we're here to talk about Dylan's experience with his first chemo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how he's feeling after starting his treatment. And we weren't able to make the video yesterday because we had so many things to do.
Yeah.
But we're here, and we went over yesterday. We got there like at 8, and we ended up getting out like at 1:40. So yeah, it was a long day. And how everything started there, we went over, the oncologists see him, they explain again everything to us, and they asked us if we had any questions, and then he started taking his steroids that day because we picked him up from the pharmacy before we went to the oncologist. And then we did put some numbing medicine on his port, which is lidocaine. And then when you do that, you put the numbing medicine and then you put this little thing to cover it. It's supposed to help with the numbing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't help him as much because he still had it a little bit sore.
Yeah.
And still, he still had it bruised a little. And it hurt, right?
That hurts a lot.
Yeah, I did. But you were super brave. I'm so proud of you. He did so good. Really good, right? He's awesome. They put they called it the butterfly, they said.
The butterfly needle is a kind of needle used for babies. Mostly.
No. But the shape of the thing, it's like a butterfly.
Yeah.
But not the needle, because the needle it's a little bit thick.
Yeah, it is.
It is. So they accessed the port, and then they did some blood test, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it takes long, because when they do the blood test, we have to wait for the lab department to do the test, mm-hmm. and we have to wait till they're ready. So it takes time for us. Yesterday they were kind of busy. And
then the machine broke down.
Yeah, that happened. So it took some time for them to get the results that his body was ready to go, right? Ready
mm-hmm.
to take the chemo. And then so we were in the room, and usually we didn't know what to, I didn't know what to take, so I was watching videos of, women or people that were going through their chemo and what they used to take. What I did, I took books. I took books for myself. And then I took a book for Dylan, different ones.
I like it.
Yeah, and then we could discuss about those books with Dylan, because since it takes time. And then what else do we do? Oh, we took games that people gave to us. Mm-hmm. We took games, and they gave us like a coloring book with color pencils, mm-hmm. in this backpack. Mm-hmm. So that's really nice. And then they gave us so many things. So it's nice because you don't know what to do or expect or things like that. They gave us this and a lot of things. You can take things like that. I took Gatorades and water and some snacks for me and my husband, and for Dylan, also just in case. But usually when you're there, they offer you anything: water, food, snacks. Oh yeah, a lot of things. So you don't have to take those, things like we did, but we still took some stuff just in case. They did offer us a lot of stuff all the time, so they're really nice. Yeah, everybody's really nice in there.
Yeah.
The nurses and the doctors, and also the social workers. Everybody.
Mhm. They're really nice.
They are.
Yeah.
So they went over again about the medication instructions, and then again we were waiting for the lab test, and then they came up good, so we were ready to go. And what was your experience with that? Like when they were they do give him a medication, like through his port, that would help him with nausea, vomiting, and dizziness, right?
Yeah.
And usually after they give this medication, we have to wait 15 minutes, and then they start the chemo, right? Right?
Yeah.
How was your experience with the chemo?
Well, the chemo, it doesn't hurt at all. When it goes through the port, it doesn't hurt at all.
Did you taste it? Can you taste it?
No, you don't taste it, but sometimes you can feel it in there getting in. And the chemo is surrounded by a gigantic bag, and there's a little squishy thing over there that's all the chemo. And then it's a really strong medicine, so the doctors have to wear protective gear, and then they go in there and then they squish it a bit, they leave it there for a bit, and then they come in, open it. It's like, look, so where they put all the medicines is kind of like a little microwave, hospital microwave.
That's what he thinks it looks like.
Well, it does look like it. So then they're gonna open it, and then they're gonna put something in it. For the chemo, they put the
chemo bag on the top.
Yeah, they put the chemo bag on the top. But where I'm gonna connect it is they just open it and just like connect it to it, and then it goes in there.
Yes. And usually the chemo took like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. 10 minutes, like to just get in there. So it's really fast. After that, they come over and then they put some
two flushes.
They have to flush it just to make sure that all the chemo goes in, and then they put another type of medicine thing that would help with blood clots, just in case. That doesn't mean that he'll have, it's just in case. And then they flush it again, make sure everything's very well flushed, and then we're done, right? We are done. I do want to told you they in this bag that I showed right here, they gave us really good things. I was going to buy this. They give us this, which is really nice because it helps organize the medications for him, and so he won't miss them. I also set an alarm in my phone just to make sure that he won't miss the medication because it's really important. Things that helps. I make myself. Well, my sister gave me this, and I made myself like agenda, and it helps a lot. Please, you can get one agenda just to organize yourself, or you can do it on your phone. I prefer to do it like that. It is really important. They told us that we have to check his temperature all the time, or whenever he feels a little bit weird, because we have to make sure that his temperature doesn't go up 100.4.
Because that means that where they have the port might be infected.
It could happen, and we have to go to the emergency room right away because it's really, really bad. Yes. So check his temperature all the time, and they gave us this, which is nice. And something else that I will recommend to do when you're going through things like this, get yourself
a binder,
or like a note, like to make notes, a book. Like I did myself. I made this for myself, and I put the important stuff in here, like what treatment he's taking, the first time when he had his surgery, and then the first his first chemo experience, and questions you have. If you have any questions before you go to the appointment, write them in here, so you can, as soon as you go to the appointment, you can look at them and ask your questions. Write important information in here because they give you so much information that you won't remember everything. So anything that you think that is really important, write it in here. And also, it's nice to have something like this because even though if you won't need it, it's like having a record of what he's been through, or you can also write like things that you see from him, like how he looks that day, what do you see different, things like that. And that helps a lot, I think. And also it would be nice because whenever we're done with all this, we can look at this and have a memory of what he had been through. What else? Side effects. He didn't have any weirdness side effects for the chemo, and for the steroids, since he's taking the strongest dosage of the steroids. They said that he's gonna have mood changes, like he's gonna get in a bad mood for sure. Maybe I don't see him like that. I don't see him going through that, but so far you're so good, right? What I do notice is that he's getting super hyper, and last night you did had a hard time falling asleep, huh?
Yeah, right.
Which is one of the side effects too.
Yeah, because I didn't fall asleep until midnight.
And hopefully he will. I was telling my husband, I hope he gets hyper like I see, instead of him getting in a bad mood. Hopefully. They also gave us this shirts. And
these are
this shirt. What are they for?
They're for opening your port.
So you don't have to take the shirt off, because like he had to take his shirt off,
yeah,
and then put it back on, and then take it off again, and then put it back on.
Yeah, but this one you could just open it. You can look, see this little zipper right here. You can open it. Those are.
You can open the zipper. They can have access to the porter
without you taking off your clothes.
Yes. So that was really nice. They gave us this one because you choose this one, right?
Yeah.
And I was searching for shirts so I could have for him, and I ended up noticing that they're super expensive online. And I did find a place that were cheaper, and it's the same place where they offer where they gave me this one for free, which is the Zip With Us. Let me show you. They're for $15 if you want to get an extra one, which is nice, and you can like ask for a color and a certain type, and where you also describe exactly which area, because this one, if you see, they made it for both sides, but you just can tell them, I need it for the left side lower part. You can explain that stuff. Also, something else you can do, which I'm gonna do, is you can just get any of his shirts that he wants to have for the chemos, and then you can take him to a needle woman, and ask them to place a zipper on the regular shirt. And it's the same thing. It works. It's the same thing. Like I said, I was looking online, and the only place I found was here, and also at Etsy. But an Etsy was they were for like $24, and it's exactly how I'm telling you. Regular shirts, they just placed as like any zipper in here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna choose regular shirts from his closet, and we're gonna take it to a needle woman, and they're gonna place a zipper on the area. Also, what you can do, you can get like shirts like this. I think this could help too. Make sure this part is big enough so they can have access. Maybe, I'm not sure if this would work. I just had that idea too. And that's pretty much it. What else do you want to say?
Well, when you get your first chemo, if you get your first chemo, just close your eyes when you put the needle in, and just try to stay still. Hold on to something, grab onto something, and then when it's all over, you go to a room with your mom and your dad or your.
So what helps you? What helps you feel better that day?
That my parents were there.
What else? Did praying before we went over, did that help?
Yeah, that did.
Yes. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask what your questions, and hopefully all the information we gave help. I don't know if I forgot something. I don't think I did. I think I went over everything. And thank you so much for listening to us and for having patience, and God bless you, right?
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.